Okay, hi guys, this is Karli again, and I'm back with the third update. So this is the third day working with him, and I think we do a little bit of lunging, yeah. So I have him in a cavesson today, which I find is really good for this work. I find it really helpful, even if the horses know what they're doing and have done this for a while, I still really like the feel it gives me. So we do a little bit of lunging on the shorter, kind of smaller circle on a shorter line, and then a little bit of lunging, I think, on a bigger circle. We'll see. I kind of forgot what I clipped together for clips here. It was raining, so my tag wasn't working the best for the whole. My tag for the solo shot camera wasn't working the best for the whole session. So here we start with a little bit kind of like work in hand feel, just to kind of get him connected to me and ready to work. And then get him to move out a little bit. He seemed a little bit sticky. He didn't really want to go forward in the rain, which is understandable, but onward we go. So here I get him going on the end of the lunge line, and even starting off a little bit slow and like what I would consider behind the leg if I was riding. He's a lot lower than he was and a lot more stretched than he was the first couple of days. So that was just a moment walking. So yes, that was just the beginning of the session, and then here was about 10 minutes into our half-an-hour session. So this looks a ton better. Moving forward, he's going off the leg, he's fully stretched. He's not quite as far and consistently down as I would like to see him have released the neck and the top line out, but he's definitely doing better than he has the first two sessions. So here I'm just trying to ask for a little bit more activity while keeping that stretch. And he's kind of giving his little head a shake and saying, oh, I don't know if we should do that. So then I ask for a little bit of trot to see if I can get a little bit more activity and engagement by just going up in the gait one and then taking that engagement back down into the walk. So here he trots, and he trotted quite well, so I thought I'd let him trot for a minute because he wasn't going around with his head totally up in the air. He wasn't fully stretched, and he was a little bit not as long as I would like to see him. At moments his nose came behind the vertical a bit, but overall it was quite good. And he wasn't too fresh or wild or trying to run off or anything, so I just let him trot for 2 or 3 circles. And then just soften back down into that walk. And there, he's got a lot more movement. And oops, up into the trot again. And I think we just stay there for just a moment. And then back down to the walk. There we go. And just ask him to stay in that walk and that long stretch. And there he's got way more movement in the lumbar and the low back than he had the previous 2 days. So here we just show a clip looking at the left side. And there he looked pretty stiff in the trot, so I brought him back to the walk. But lots more forward and lots more engagement, more movement through his hind end in the walk, stretching down. And when I ask for a little bit more, he wants to slip up into the trot because that's way easier than moving forward and longer at the walk. So here, just trying to keep that eye and that ear on me so that he has a little bit of bend to the inside so that his focus is there, and then his body will follow that soft curve. And there we kind of lose his focus a little bit, lose that stretch a little bit. He's not nearly down as far as I'd like to see, but there is more mobility coming through his body and more range of motion through the whole body here. Here you can kind of see how I'm asking for a little bit bigger step, and he's just kind of, are you sure you want that? And I'm asking for more again to see if I can get him to come through more, get a little bit more stretch. So he's just kind of in that place where he's not wanting to come through as much this side today. So he's doing okay here, but there's not as much as I'd like to see. So there I go to the shorter line to see if I can get a little bit more of a work in hand feel so that I can finish on that. There, and there we get the stretch, and that's what I was looking for. And I believe I do a couple more minutes of that, and that was it for the day.